Yeah, middle of February already. Can you believe it? 2026 is here and flying by. Big news in our household is my wife and I became grandparents a couple weeks ago. I can't believe it. Our oldest son and his wife had a baby girl. So yeah, we've joined the grandparents club. It's really bizarre. I can't. Weird seeing your child have a child. So we'll see. So it'll be a great year for us for sure. It's definitely been a light winter, huh? As you could tell, looking around, we've actually been able to keep the fountain on all through the winter. We only had one real cold spell, and it just got ice on the top. It never stopped. But as we all know, March will bring snow for us, as it always does. As far as the market down below, you'll see it's continued where January kind of kicked off. The number of homes going under contract is rising. The number of listings is rising, which is typical this type of year. And actually price reductions have gone down. So not seeing as many of those as we've had in the past, which is a real nice surprise. Also below have an article from the National Association of Realtors with a few chief economists talking about where they see for the forecast for the year. I thought it was interesting. A couple pointed out. One is rates. Rates, that's always a story. I talk about that every week on my social media posts. Well, one person mentioned that if we could get a 1% drop in the rates, 5.5 million buyers could come into the market. That's huge. And obviously, that would impact the supply and demand, which we've always had more demand than supply, as another one talks about down below. And one interesting in the parts of the country, there are places where a brand new home are cheaper than a resale home. We're not quite there yet here in Denver. There are some parts that the new homes become more affordable because they can buy down the rates so aggressively. So that can work out to buyers' favor quite often. However, I do recommend, if you are looking at a new build, to have a realtor on your side, to reach out, talk to them, because those contracts are different. They're not what we use in a resale thing. They're not approved by the Colorado board, and so they're all in the buyers or the sellers, builders' favor. They're their own contracts. They write them. Their attorneys write them. And so just want to make sure that you are protected. So I always recommend having an agent like me on your side for those purchases. And somebody else also pointed out, oh shoot, I forgot, but whatever. But read below, it's a really good article. I think there's 3 or 4 economists that talk about their opinion on where they see the market going. I do see rates continuing to drop this year. I don't think we definitely won't have a 1% drop, because that would be pretty major. However, I do see it continue to go down. We had the CPI on this past Friday come out. It showed the rate of increase was less. Month over month, I think the forecasters were expecting a 0.3% increase. It was 0.2. So it's still, as we all know, prices are still rising of the things we buy, but not as aggressive as before. So that was a good sign. The employment report, there's a jobs report came out last week as well. Was a very big surprise of the upside. However, most of those new jobs were in healthcare. So while rates jumped up, they immediately reversed and came back down. So the 10-year is back around the 4% mark, which is great to see. Really need to get under 3 and stay there, or get under 4 and stay there. That would be awesome. But as always, any questions on any of this, if you're thinking about buying or selling, I'm here to have that conversation and love to help out. Have a great rest of February, and talk to you later.